Hi, welcome to Universal Interiors. I'm Lez Engelstad, and I am enjoying a beautiful summertime day here in fair Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. It's an incredible place. I'm so grateful that my parents were basically raised in this area, and I have such history around here. It's pretty amazing. In fact, that's one of the greatest things about calling myself a Minnesotan is my heritage, where I came from up here in the Midwest. I lived many years in Colorado, and that I enjoyed. It was resort life, and I missed some of it, but hardly at all. And the key is, people used to always ask me, well, when you choose between Minnesota and Colorado, well, Colorado would win, right? Because of its beauty. Not to say we don't have beauty, but you know, everybody talks about Colorado and the beauty. And I was like, no, hands down Minnesota, because the Minnesota people are incredible. You see, we're extra special. Maybe it's the winters we had to endure, the Scandinavian history, or the natives around our area that have just had to endure. All of the people that I come across, certainly there's areas that we could all improve in, where I think we get stuck a little easier than maybe some other areas and other cultures out there. But with that, the stuff that's good is what I choose to hold on to. Family time and memories that were passed down. Right now in my life, as an almost 60-year-old, I'm having times, and they're kind of tough. I've had to say goodbye to my daddy here on earth, my stepdad, and right now I've just moved my mama with sister's help, of course, and we're all part of a transition for her new life. It's a few hours from here, but it's not my mom's house anymore. And I'm having a little tough time with that. But I think that every one of us can relate, either moving out of your childhood home or the home that you raised your family in. And that memory has to kind of be shut down and off. But it's just a click away. Thankfully there's pictures and there's conversations between us. But one of the things that I really feel challenged about, in fact, it came from some really wonderful guests. I work at Spanky Stonehearth, and we have so many fun conversations with people. And the other day I shared, they were asking me about the show, and I was telling them what an opportunity I have and how great the freedom I'm given with the station. And then one of the things they said to me, they would, once I asked the question, of course, what should I talk about? And they said family. And I said, oh, that's easy to do. But they said, how about the changes that you've seen in restaurants? Because I've done it for about 40 years. So instantly we all look at each other going, the cell phone. Okay, sad to say, people come out to the restaurants, or you see them while you're out at a restaurant, and it might be 4 there, but all 4 are somewhere else because their phones are in front of them. I'm not trying to say it. I can get really sad if I'm not connected sometimes with my phone, if I'm in a good conversation. But really, we miss each other. It doesn't happen that often at a restaurant that I get to work at. It is kind of for that reason, some good time with friends or family. But when you look around the room and you see that phone, you see disconnect. And I think that is maybe one of our major problems, that our world, with the advancement of technology, of course there's many studies, many people talking about it, books written about it, but for these simple eyes, it means put it down and let's just chat. I miss looking eye to eye with friends and family. I really do. We just take for granted those people that are around us. And as I was mentioning, the changes that families have to go through, that can cause some unrest there too. And that makes my heart get a little bit sad, because we don't embrace just the simpleness of what we should be taking in each and every day. I don't sit down. I wasn't even good at all really raising my kiddo, sitting at the dinner table making dinner for him. Every once in a while, yep, you're right, life gets busy. There's sports, there's families, there's friends, but all of those are distractions. I don't know. I know I hear people talking about being unplugged. Literally, put your phone down, don't look at it for a while. But I don't think very many people do that. And I'm sort of certain most kids, you know what? I'm changing that. Most people, I'm going to keep it like that, because kids are guilty at that little dining room table, but so are the parents. Conversations. I know changes happen while we're raising our children. They tell us everything, and then soon they don't tell us anything. And then it goes back and forth, you know, through the ages as we're raised. Well, just yesterday, I found a treasure box of my mom's. As I said, she's moving out, and she'll be gone. And that was the day I had with her and my sister yesterday. And in that book she's put together was Detroit Lake's 1954 announcement, my mom. You know, these old-fashioned memories and her what she thought was important. I don't think those even get kept hardly anymore. If you're somebody my age or older, I think you're still holding on to the paper and the words and the works that people might have given to you. But these days, I think we're just taking pictures of maybe that picture our child did. Or maybe at the restaurant, taking a picture of all of us smiling, and then as soon as that picture's done, then you go about, you're back to your phone, or playing the game, or watching the movie. I'm not saying this to make us feel guilty by any means, so forgive me if I am. I just want to challenge you. Family time is precious, and we have to really work at it these days. I'm afraid we really do. It's not as simple as farm life used to be. We just have to be able to just take some time, and maybe it's just writing that letter, writing the note down about what was important about your grandparents' memories, or what did they teach you? Who taught you to tie your shoe? You know, things like that. And then take some time in those family conversations over a mealtime, restaurant or in your family home, and say, you know what, I remember the first time my aunt so-and-so did that. So that way, in this beautiful line, like I said, being raised up here in Minnesota, we've got some pretty precious, I would call, heirlooms, heritage. I know it's everywhere, but honestly, our area is incredible. So I hope that you ask more questions from the older people, or you younger people. Write some stuff down. But let's get together in the family time and call it time out. We're here together, and make us waitresses smile, because that's what we really like. Us servers really like to see family conversations. It works. Keeps you healthy and hopefully happy. Okay. Thanks for letting me challenge you today. I hope you have a beautiful day. Enjoy what's yours. Make it a great one. See you next time.